Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show on this election day morning. Go vote if you haven't yet. Numbers are down. With that being said, North Alton Godfrey Business Council Spotlight, and one of the more prominent members, I would feel, is Asbury Village. Anita, Steve, good morning and happy Tuesday to you.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Well, and honestly, it's really cool because every North Alton Godfrey Business Council meeting, I can see both of you there on a routine schedule, and it's really great to have such an active member a part of the Spotlight today.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate having the opportunity, and I, thank Zeke for, calling and saying, would you connect this morning? So
I'm just glad he did it with some notice.
Like last night.
With that being said, too, before we dive into Asbury, let's talk about the council a little bit. Take us through your partnership with them and then some of the work that you've been able to do.
Well, I personally have found that the Business Council has been so welcoming. I feel like I've been with the village now 9 years, but it feels like 9 days. And I remember, the council just opening doors and just allowing me as the executive director to get to know the community and, and how important they are, because every single member is a really important part of what we do every day.
Well, and I'm
proud to be part of that.
Well, and honestly, I see it really just firsthand because you're, always, collaborating or networking or talking with somebody about ways that you can, enhance not only, the quality at Asbury Village, but also just
how we can give back.
Right. And that's what I think really is such a big thing for the community to know about too.
It's a great organization, and every group is really well represented.
Yeah.
So you see individuals from every industry in the area, and it's great networking. We get together once a month, and we do some things in the community, such as we have a Christmas program for little kids, which is nice. Water the flowers, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. So it's a fun organization and a great organization.
And for us at the village, recently there's been the focus on students and giving the future of America an opportunity to experience and grow. And you can just feel the energy in the room about what can we do to make that happen. And so we're committed to that at the village. And there's Lewis and Clark Community College is going to have a job fair tomorrow. And then the Alton High School is going to have a job fair.
When is that?
So the Lewis and Clark job fair is tomorrow from 9 to noon.
But the Alton High one, when is that? Do you know?
That's at the middle of April. I think it's like April 21st, something like that.
I gotta sign that form. I keep forgetting that. Every time we talk about it on the show or it's brought up, I'm always kicking myself because I keep forgetting to fill. I'm doing a live show.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're doing a live show. I heard that at the meeting.
Yeah, I got to get some work done here. It's been a little bit of a
a little bit of a challenge. Huh?
We're getting there though, and with Asbury Village though, Steve, you're the board president, correct?
Correct.
And take me through that role a little bit.
Well, it's been a fun time. I've been on the board since 2012. I haven't been the president. I've only been the president for about 5 or 6 years. But it's something that I'm really having fun with. It's we have a great organization. We have a very nice board, and we meet every 2 months, so 6 times a year, and we have such a great personnel within the Asbury Village. Anita is our executive director. But our managers in each department, all our employees, they do just absolutely fantastic job. So it's actually pretty easy to be a board president at Asbury Village.
Well, that's good.
Well, I will share those accolades and how much we appreciate the board because they're all part of our community. They're all dedicated and they really want to see the best for the village and really, improve, inspire, and continue to make the village the best it can be for senior living and for our employees.
Right. Well, and see, just from my time, walking in there and just, being able to see how the residents and everyone else is getting along, everyone enjoys it. I mean, from all aspects of your guys' care levels too, and I think that's, a really big testament to the people that work there.
We wanted to be a active, livable community and in all aspects of life, whether it be health, whether it be worship, whether it be anything. We wanted to have the residents there have a full life.
Right.
And we've had some great programs, and I think we're improving each and every day.
Steve's referencing our 8 dimensions of wellness.
Okay.
So it's just our roadmap.
That's cool.
Yes, it
Well,
really
take me
is.
through that a little bit.
So one of the key components for the village that really makes us different at the village, and that I think that's what you experience when you walk in the doors.
Right.
It is. I believe that is our spiritual wellness.
Right.
And so, we are non-denominational, and we really do embrace all aspects of faith, but there's fun in faith too. I mean, we have Bible studies. The residents are going to, on Thursday, they're going to go to the movie theater, and they're going to watch the movie, and then they're going out to dinner, and it's
Wow.
So it's just supporting one another through their faith journey too.
Right.
And that helps our employees as well. We've got a great chaplain that really helps drive all that for us.
Well, and you really can tell that when you're walking in the door, and you see and you go into the main office, and you see the atrium right there with the birds, or the aviary, I guess is what that is. That what it's called?
And that's in our assisted living.
Well, well, even in there though, it's like it's just such a peaceful environment, and it's just even the residents in assisted living, they enjoy being there. And I used to deliver food all the time.
I remember you saying
and
that.
It's just so cool because going in there, it doesn't feel like there's just this helicopter syndrome, even there, and everyone's taken care of, but there's just this level of comfortability that I think is not met by a lot of others.
Well, we're glad you experienced that.
Yeah, and I think that is a tribute to all the employees that we have there, because that's one of our big pluses. Our employees are just fantastic. But you mentioned assisted living. We have 44 units in assisted living. All the others are independent.
And we're proud to announce that our board approved.
Yes. And so your experience when you go in there is basically because our employees and our residents are very friendly also.
Right.
You have to check out our Facebook because there is something fun and every day going on by our director of community life and our assisted living. Her name's Georgianne Ersch and Susan Leonard, and they're just rock stars in being creative. But we just brought on board Lindsay Sweeten and Liz Buck in our independent living, and there's just something fun and meaningful going on every single day. So lots of choices.
Well, and when it comes to independent living, I think that's always a big decision for anybody to make because, you're going into a community. Is it right for you and all of that? Take me through, what those conversations look like, if you could, whenever somebody's making that choice, and then, some of that transition period and what it looks like for them.
Well, we're really committed to that, and that's the talent of our marketing department, Carrie Carter and Dana Alford and Chris Hoover. They really work hard to understand what the individual needs are, and that's the beauty of the village because we have different areas of our community that meet that lifestyle.
Right.
So if you want a villa with a carport, or if you want to live in our main building, which you've experienced, and it really has different price points too, because we understand that that's important to our residents as well. And so then I try to identify what is it that particular resident would need. And we're seeing, that I think is really a trend for us now. A lot of seniors that might be living out of state are moving back home.
Really?
And that's really, I think is really wonderful. We talk about that.
Why do you think that's the case? I mean, that's interesting. That's really an interesting
It is a trend.
Yeah.
And I think because they obviously want to be near family and be that support, but because the village still allows that independent lifestyle, you can drive, you can go and do what you want. I mean, we've had a couple that met at the village and just went on a 6-month around the world tour.
Wow.
Went on a cruise around the world. Yes. So you can stay in place and have fun at the village. And, we have things outside of the village. So I think but I think another key component, like I mentioned earlier, is just really our faith based side of the village. There's that peace and comfort. And I could talk all day, so I'll be short about that.
Oh, no,
but I think
going.
It's our community, it's our countryside. I mean, when you're surrounded by all the lake and the trees, and then there's the farmland, and you can hear the train, the whistle blow.
And you can see the deer in the morning and the turkeys and whatever. So we've actually, it's it's in the middle of nowhere almost. We've got actually 100 acres, close to 100 acres, in which about 35 of those are developed. We're in the middle of Godfrey, basically, between Godfrey and Alton. And it's a spacious place, beautiful place. And
that winding road.
Said, we have a winding road and a lake that people can walk around. And
we just had a dedication to our walkway, and through the partnership of the Business Council and some of our board members. So we really made a beautiful pathway with benches people can walk, and and people fish there.
Wow.
So it really is pretty. And now we're seeing a lot of golf carts. So golf carts are becoming a little trend, and it's fun.
Is there any golf cart police out there?
The residents are the best police.
There you go. That's a good answer.
I get calls if you're passing that speed limit or doing wheelies.
Well, and it's really cool to have all of that in one place. I mean, really, where you can have the fishing and you can have that peace and comfort, and also know that you can pretty much do whatever you want, and then have these group activities, have the faith-based side of it, and it really goes to that whole encompassing approach that you guys really do promote all the time.
And you see a lot of bicycles too. We have a resident has a big adult tricycle, and he gets on that bike and he's all over. It's great exercise.
Wow, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
Well, you guys got a moment to stick around?
absolutely.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more of Asbury Village, part of our North Alton Godfrey Business Council Spotlight, right after this on RiverBender.com.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab select 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Everybody said you're so together. They couldn't see, they just didn't understand. And looking in the mirror, there were fools at either hand. You shine a light on my life. You shine a light.
Welcome back. Daily Show on a Tuesday. It's election day. Oh man, figured figuring out a lot during this commercial break. So we were just talking about Picture This and More because it was on one of the commercials, and you guys have a gallery over at Asbury Village.
We do, and how wonderful that he came over and did a display of all the local area art, and it was really a fun display, and our residents had the opportunity to even buy some of the work that he shared.
Wow.
He's a great guy.
Oh, just a great, and he does great work. I mean, he really does a really good job.
Beautiful.
Well, and when we're getting back into Asbury Village, what do you think we should really hone in on next and want people to know about the most?
Well, I think one of the things that we shared a little earlier, but really our employees are a jewel, and the industry is all faced with turnover and not finding a workforce, and that's really our strength. And one of the things that I like to share is that every month, how the workforce has like employee of the month. Well, we highlight our employees of the month, and so when they celebrate their anniversaries, and we just have had an employee that's been in a nursing department for 20 years. How wonderful is that?
Right.
But we highlight them, and so we have, because you shared when you walk in, you kind of feel and experience a difference, and that's because of our employees and our wonderful residents.
Right.
But we have what we call our hospitality promises, extraordinary impressions, and that's our commitment. So we highlight each employee on their anniversary and what they bring to hospitality. So like I pay attention to details, or I greet you warmly by name and with a smile. So those are expectations, but we know that every employee has a strength, and we love to highlight that every month.
That's so cool.
And we take their photo, and it's publicized, and we put it in our newsletter, but it's genuine.
Well, and it really is just, that whole aspect of it, because it does take a village, from your residents to your employees and everyone in between, from the board side of things. And
absolutely.
And today you guys are having, you're a polling place?
We are. We bright and early. Everything was set up last night, and 6 a.m. doors were open, and I know our residents are ready to vote, and we have the volunteers there, and we'll provide lunch for them, and it really means a lot, and it's part of our commitment to the area, and the mayor of Godfrey, the current mayor, is part of our board, and so he definitely recognizes how to give back as well through our board.
That's really cool. And so you got 200 voters out there today.
We do, and they're ready.
Man, people should have hit up Asbury Village during
I don't think there's a line.
CJ, you mentioned what aspect and what do we want to concentrate on, and we understand that in some individuals moving into a senior community, it's a hard decision sometimes.
It is.
And we understand that. And so we want to make those individuals that come on in to have an active life.
Yeah.
And so that is one of our missions, is basically to give the seniors an active life so they can enjoy life. And
we really try to identify that. So we have a great choir. They're going to have a big show on Broadway in May. And our choir director was the former director at Lewis and Clark Community College.
That's cool, yeah.
How fun is that? And we have travel logs. Our bus is always going somewhere, to the theater, to the symphony, the local symphony, to baseball games. There's a few residents who have just expressed interest in glass work. So we're going to be going down on Broadway to the glass company, and they're going to be doing some glass work there.
Wow.
Quilters. We have a lot of fun and really just intellectual wellness as well. So we just had a March Madness basketball tournament where the residents and the employees, had a tournament. So any aspect of interest that the resident is interested in, we'll make it happen.
Well, and when it comes to that, do you guys still have availability at Asbury right now?
I'm really excited because our occupancy has really soared, and right now we are at 96% sold. So we have 10 new residents moving in the next 6 weeks.
Wow! So
we just have a limited availability, but we have a waiting list for our assisted living and for our affordable living. So again, looking at some of those residents that are moving in from out of state. And so it's really, it really is exciting for us. Yeah. We're really grateful. So we're talking about future growth.
Right.
Steve, you want to talk a little bit about our strategic plan?
Well, we are. In fact, we're going to have a meeting. We have a management company, Life Care Services, that's based out of Des Moines. Anita is part of that. is an employee of LCS. And they do an absolutely fantastic job. They're one of the largest senior living owners and managers of communities in the nation. And we get a lot of good support from them. And we're going to have a strategic planning coming up in June, where we're going to have board members, a few residents, and we're going to be able to go over some strategic envisioning planning and see just exactly what the future goes.
So we have a current market analysis going on.
Yes.
So we can really understand the market.
Right.
So we can, and we're right
plan
now,
accordingly.
We're doing some capital improvements right now. We're Weston, which is our assisted living. We're in the process of doing some capital improvements from that standpoint. We're doing some capital improvements on the entrance to our Wiseman-Pollock, which is our independent living. And one of our main entrances, we're going to do some capital improvements from that standpoint. And there's some other improvements that we're looking at down the line, which we're in the baby steps of planning. We did put in a solar field.
I did remember
that. That was really a really huge project because we had a resident that left in her estate to us money for renewable energy.
That's cool.
I mean, so that really made us think twice, and we moved with it. And
we're a 501.
Seeing the benefit of that.
We're a 501c3 nonprofit corporation and or entity, and there's a lot of things that we're working on.
That's so cool. But it's good to know for the public that this is kind of just the beginning, in so many ways of the phrase, because there's more to come. And
we're listening.
Yeah.
We're listening and responding.
Well, and you hit on something earlier, Anita, and I think that's because we have a couple of minutes left to wrap up with, and it's your community involvement. You're a part of a lot of Asbury Villages as a whole, and you go to these meetings with other organizations that not only help the community, but also, adult health care at large. And take me through some of the roles that Asbury plays, when it comes to, regional work and your partnerships.
Well, I'm an active member of Senior Services Plus. That's key to serving the Madison County area and at large. Because of our affiliation with Life Care Services, we are always on the cutting edge of really what's going on in healthcare industry. Right. So we kind of know usually in advance. Our director of our assisted living, Shannon Dye, she is an infection control specialist. So she works closely with Madison County, but also with the state of Illinois, which really keeps us on the cutting edge of keeping residents' health, really cool. and with, just even vaccinations and those kind of things. Right. And that's what's really helped us through the whole COVID trend, but that's now part of us. It's in the rearview mirror.
That's right.
So we're excited. I feel like we're always aware and connected and maybe just a little bit ahead because of our affiliation with Life Care Services and also, being part of the community. We work closely with Alton Memorial. We work closely with OSF. We have what we call a navigation program. Oh my goodness, that's it's a signature experience for us, and it's has many facets of it. We have a navigator. Her name's Nicole Reed, and she oversees the program, so it's individualized for each resident, and then we help them find their way to the next step for what their healthcare needs are.
That's huge. I mean, that really is.
It really is.
And being an advocate, I mean, that's really a big thing. And
definitely.
We have a couple of minutes left. What before we let you go, what should we leave the audience with today? As kind of this wrap up of our Business Council Spotlight for Asbury.
Well, I just like to say that again, we're integrated with the community, with the Business Council, and we welcome the public to come at any time, enjoy any of our activities, enjoy our events. It doesn't have to. We on our website. We have invitations to stop by for certain events. But if you have within your church or your organizations you serve, if you need a meeting space, we've got some beautiful meeting spaces. So stop by, drive by, and enjoy us.
Really cool. It's a very enjoyable place, and it's a beautiful setting, very active, and It's a lot of fun.
By the way, finally, if you need a cup of coffee or on the road, you can come by. We're really known for our best cup of coffee in town, and it's free.
Oh, there you go. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And for more information, what's the best way to get it?
To contact Asbury Village, you can call our main number. It's 618-466-8662. If you forget that number, go to our website, or you can also just check us out on Facebook. If you really want to know what's going on and what you're invited to, come look at our Facebook.
Really cool. Thanks, guys, for stopping by.
Hey, thanks for having us.
No problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem. This first day of April continues right after this on RiverBender.com after a quick break.